Welcome to Mystical Tarot. So today we are going to be doing a deck review on the Weaver Tarot, Threads of Fate. This is the Rose Edition, so it is the black and almost gold, like a gold rose color on the cards. I actually have the Journeyer edition coming in, and I also have the Lumen Oracle coming in on Monday. So I will probably be doing a review of those as well after I test them out, use them, and everything like that. So I got this deck. The reason I got this deck actually was on their website as the box was damaged. And you can see where the box just has a little bump right there. That is what caused it to be like $40 less than normal. So I had no problem buying it. I wanted to buy it because I wanted to see if I liked them, and I do. Obviously, I bought another version. So I will say that I do like them. They are a little bit different. If you are beginning tarot, this is definitely not the deck for you. It is very different than your typical tarot. But it is a nice, fun deck. The box is beautiful. It's very sturdy. They're not going to break down or bust or anything like that. It does come with a reference sheet, which is really neat. The reference sheet has, you know, where the cups are, where the wands are, everything. And then it kind of just gives you some ideas of what the cards mean and everything. A really quick reference. It does also come with a guidebook, and it does go into some of the information about the cards, about the keywords, stuff like that. I highly recommend reading the guidebook because it's always great to always read your guidebook. If you watch my videos, you're gonna hear me say this a billion times. Read the guidebook, because even if it's a small guidebook, it's always gonna have a different, viewpoint of how a card is interpreted or why a card was designed the way it was, and that'll help you in your own tarot endeavors, because it'll give you more ideas, give you something more to think about when you're doing your own readings. I always look through them, and if I find something new, I write it down in my journal, and then I add it to my collection of tarot wisdom, what I call, and then it's there for me to go back and look at and see how I can use it and everything. I love how it has, keywords for the whole suit, and then it goes into the actual suit itself. So they do have the picture of the card up at the top. Now, before you see these cards, they are very different. This is not your Rider-Waite-Smith deck. It is very different. Some of the names have been changed. Also, the court cards have been what they call non-gendered. So instead of page, knight, queen, king, you have seeker, conqueror, sovereign, and ruler. So that takes a little bit of getting used to. And then some of the major arcana are also changed. So let's go into the deck. So we can see the images are very, very different from your typical Rider-Waite deck. They definitely are much, much different, and they're very they're minimalist, but they do have the idea of the card behind it. So if you are, if you know tarot pretty well, you can actually understand the cards and see that symbolism is in these cards, even though it may seem different or minimalist. Like I said, some of the names have been changed. The High Priestess is the High Sage. The Empress becomes the Pillar. And the Emperor becomes the Anchor. So it's very, like I said, they changed a couple things, but you can still understand the idea that is trying to come through with the cards, even though they are very different. I love the way that they look. They're pretty much, I think they're like waterproof. I mean, they're at least, they may not be waterproof, but they are definitely, like, if you get them wet, they're okay. I accidentally got water on them the other day, and they were fine. So the cards themselves, I mean, I actually think the artwork is beautiful. It is definitely different. It's a different take, a different idea of what the cards mean. And I like that. I'm actually a very, I love like abstract art and stuff like that. So I love when people kind of deconstruct an idea and they create it in a different way. So it is very awesome. But if you are a beginner, these cards are definitely a little bit harder to understand than your typical Rider-Waite deck because they just look completely different. And so in that regard, you know, just when you buy these, make sure you're ready for them, or they will take a while to get used to because they are just very different. But they are beautiful. This one is like the rose gold, so it has the rose gold in it. I am excited. They have like 4 or 5 different editions out, and I think they have the Shadowed Edition, the Ascendant Edition, the Journeyer Edition, and each one is the same cards, but they look different. Like they have the Journeyer Edition is more colorful. The Ascendant has like these almost popping colors coming out. So they're just really nice cards. They are on the expensive side. The normal deck and normal deck costs $82, and that's before shipping. So they are definitely a little bit more expensive than, you know, your mass market deck. So really decide if you really want them before you buy them, so you're not wasting your money. They are a great deck though. The readings I've done with these, they work on financial, career, love, romance, general, and spirituality. So they are well-rounded. They do answer the questions that you pose to them, and they do it very well. So they are very good in that regard. The cardstock on these is very thick. Like, you don't have to worry about beating these things up. And I said they have this like matte finish, but it's like a smooth matte, so they don't stick to each other. And it almost feels like they're water resistant. The cards, the only downside to these cards, and I'll say it, is when you shuffle them. So overhand shuffling, not really a problem. The problem is if you want to rifle shuffle them and you have tiny hands like I do. So I literally have to put almost all of my finger effort into being able to do that. They are very hard to shuffle that way. But maybe when they're broken in board they get better. I don't know. But they do shuffle well overhand. So just take, you know, if that's okay with you. I mean, that's good. Like I said, they're durable, which is nice, but they're just very, very difficult to shuffle sometimes. The backs of the cards are just beautiful. This almost reminds me of the Ouroboros. And if you know my typical background on here, I have the Ouroboros on my altar cloth. And they shine. So they're just beautiful. They work very well. I definitely don't recommend them for beginners, but I recommend them for somebody that's looking to take more of a challenge on into their tarot journey. Maybe finding new interpretations based off these cards because they are beautiful. They're very different, and it's a very interesting take on the tarot deck. If you want to see more about these, just let me know. Leave some comments in the comments below. In the description box, I'll leave a link where you can purchase the deck. Also, I'll leave a link on my website where you can purchase a reading with me one-on-one, or you can look at my tarot and oracle collection. If there's a deck that you see on there that you want me to do or a review about, let me know so that I can do that for you, because if I can help you find a deck that you really love, that is, you know, my goal. I want you to be able to find a deck, actually see the deck beforehand instead of just 1 or 2 cards, and really understand what that deck is about. So if you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you want to see more videos, I'll be coming out with some new videos soon on different things like lessons and I'll try to do a pick a card maybe once a week or so. I don't want to do just all pick a cards. They're nice, they're fun, but I really want to teach other tarot readers, you know, and help them. And that's what this channel is going to be really about. But if you have any questions or anything, please leave them down below. Otherwise, I will see you next week, lovelies.